I know you can probably tell just by looking at me, but I have played a few sports in my life. No, but for this video, I thought I would go over the habits and foundational life principles that I've learned from my years of playing sports in high school. So I'm 24 years old, and in high school, I played 4 years of basketball and football, and also 1 year of track, and 2 or 3 years of soccer. I can't remember, but I played a lot of sports. I went to a really small school, so you were basically on the team if you were an athlete at all, and if you were decently good, you played the whole game for the whole season. So I had a lot of time playing sports. I kind of started around 8th grade playing sports more seriously. So getting all that playing time kind of, I guess, made me better faster, made me want to be better more since I was getting so much playing time. So I didn't become a pro at any of these. Well, first of all, I didn't become a pro at sports. I didn't even play in college. So I never fully ingrained any of these habits into my daily routines and stuff while I was in high school doing these sports, but they really were the catalyst to me making these things a regular part of my life today. So the first type of things I want to talk about are physical habits, things that I actually go out and do because of sports. Things that made me better at sports are things that, hey, turns out make you happier and healthier anyway in life in general. The first thing, obviously, is exercise, a regular habit of exercise. I make sure to lift weights, whether it's kettlebells or weight room or some type of HIIT cardio, like running, just hard work type things on the muscles, as opposed to stretching and yoga. Make sure to do that type of work 3 to 4 times a week. And that definitely has its roots in playing sports. You would have to go to practice. You would have to, if you wanted to be better and get a better position on the team, do better in the sport the next year, you'd have to take that habit and do it yourself over the summer, with your friends. Get groups together of people that have the same commitment to making that physical improvement for the purpose of the game, of the sport, football and basketball, getting bigger and stronger. That was because of sports. I wanted to do that. And obviously, as somebody, 12, 13, 14 years old, getting into lifting weights, it's I can have muscles and people like that, and that makes me look good. Awesome. Let's do that too. This is the best. So yeah, it's just something that's never gone away fully. There are ups and downs and times when I've, taken a bit of a break, and it's anyone that has worked out and then not worked out for a bit knows what I'm talking about. When you see yourself kind of slipping away, you see the desire to actually work out go away. That's a place you don't want to get, because all the benefits, the mental and physical benefits from working out, the good feelings, the good looks, the good functionality of your body goes away if you don't use that. If you don't work that muscle, you lose that muscle, and that's something that sports taught me. You're not going to improve if you don't physically work out. The next thing is going to be stretching. When you're young, you don't stretch at all. You just never do. It's I feel fine. What do I have to stretch for? A cool down? What are you talking about? The workout's over, we're done. You've heard this before, but it's so freaking true. You need to stretch. You need to spend time warming up. You need to spend just as much time after the workout, stretching, cooling down, and even on off days where you are only focused on stretching. I've started to love doing yoga and undoing the damage that's been done from lifting and hitting my body, working my body really hard. You need to be kind to your body as well, and heal it and stretch. And if you want to keep doing the hard things, you need to do the things that will keep the body healthy, and that's stretching, that's yoga, that's cooling down and warming up before and after you work out. I guess it's like I was saying, that's not something that I used to do, as a younger athlete, but it's something that if you even want to think about being an older athlete, you need to do. I've noticed it. I'm still obviously young and have not hit my physical peak, and if I want to do that, I need to focus on longevity. As they say, the best ability is availability, and stretching before and after is how you will continue to be available. Water. Oh my gosh. Sports banged this into me so hard that the feeling of being hydrated is not something that you just can drink water while you're playing and get. You need to be hydrating the day before, 2 days before, the whole day leading up to the game. You need to just be drinking water all the time, because your body has more energy. You are going to lose so much water through sweat that your body is going to crumble and be dehydrated if you don't do this. And regularly drinking water and just like having a water bottle with me is something I started doing in high school when I was playing sports, because it's like, well, you're practicing all it's not only like for the game, because you you work out and stuff every day and practice, and you need to have the energy for that too. So just like carrying a water bottle with me was something that had to happen. And you could tell like the people that didn't do it like didn't play as well and were like sucking air more than everybody else. And this is something that has definitely stuck with me in life. The idea that you need to structure your physical environment to be predisposed to making you do the habits that you want to do. If you have a water bottle with you, you're going to see it and you're going to be like, oh yeah, water, I have to drink water. And you're going to grab it and you're going to drink it, and it's going to be better. And me, I know that I would just like not remember if it wasn't around me all the time. Like if you're someone that drinks water regularly, if you don't have your water bottle with you, you forget about it. Like you're just not thinking about it until, and like then you feel dehydrated. It's too late after that. Your pee is going to be yellow. What can I say? We want that clear pee. I also learned a lot about metabolism and eating, and like how food affects your body in working out and performance and exercise. I wish I knew more when I was in high school about this, because, you know, shortly after I got more into just like bodybuilding and building muscle in general, as opposed to like sports performance, I started measuring my calories and noticing like calories in, calories out, how my weight fluctuates with what I eat, and how I feel when I work out is related to what I eat. And like in high school, it was just like, eat as much as possible because you're working out so much. You have practice every day, you have games in the weekend, and you're just exercising so often. I was a skinny kid, you know, so like if I don't eat, I don't really feel hungry, and like I would need to force myself to eat more, you know. So I just wasn't as in tune with the needs of my body when I was in high school, and then when I was a high school athlete, you know, I could have performed better. I perform better now because I give my body what it needs. Food and metabolism was something that, you know, being an athlete in high school kind of opened the door for me to explore further nowadays. Now, on the mental side of things, probably even more important than the physical lessons I learned from sports, it teaches you mental habits about life. And there are kind of just, I guess, two that I'm going to focus on. The first is just losing. You know, you lose in sports. You just think differently if everything that you work for comes to you without adversity. I can remember a few moments where we'd been winning all season and we would lose a game, and and you're just wrecked. Like, you're just like, this isn't supposed to happen. We're supposed to win. This is what we do. We win the games. We don't lose the games. And when you lost the games, it's like, that's a possibility. That happens too. So one story I remember specifically, it's my junior year of high school, football, fall. We have an undefeated season. We don't lose a single game in the whole regular season. There are close games. We pull it out. We're always going to win. We're the best team. We're in the state championship. So I'm starting safety and I'm backup running back. I'm also backup linebacker. Like, I would move up as a second string linebacker. There's not a lot of people on the team, so we played a lot if you were good, like I said. And right away in the first quarter, our all-conference leads the state and tackles linebacker gets injured, and our conference player of the year, like the best kid on our team, running back, also gets hurt. So immediately I need to go into the game and be the linebacker and the running back, and the weight of performing up to the standard of two of the best players in the state is on my shoulders. And we lose the game, we get blown out, you know, even, and I had, the thing is, the worst part about it was I had a great game. I had a lot of, like, for me, what was a good game for me wasn't enough, you know. Even if I played to the best of my ability, it wouldn't have been enough to live up to what those guys were able to do for the team. You know, there are a bunch of other reasons, but, like, you know, as an athlete in the moment, the weight of that loss was, like, on me. Like, just the feeling that even my best wasn't enough, and we lost the game. And I was, like, crying in the locker room for so long afterwards. And that was one of the moments, you know, in life where it was realized to me through experience that bitter loss, you know, despite your best effort, is a possibility, that you can still just experience crushing blowout losses even if you did really well and you did a good job and you left it all on the field. That idea is something that's hard to, I think, teach through other experiences, just the fact that you can still lose after giving it your best, but if you leave it all out there and know that you just did your best at it. What I learned is that, your best is all you can do, and that's something that I can really take time and look back on situations where people maybe didn't live up to the expectations I had, or, just situations outside of sports that taught me, and that was, I think, an important mental lesson from sports for me. The other mental lesson the sports taught me is the importance of working daily on a thing behind the scenes, putting in work that nobody sees for a result that everybody sees. Everyone sees you play in the game at the end of the week, and they don't see the 3 hours a day, every day of practice that led up to that moment. I think that's pretty cut and paste into regular daily habits in life. You don't get a six-pack in one workout. You don't become good at shooting a basketball by, doing it 20 times a year in a game. You practice for an hour a day, every day at this thing to be good at it. And that was stuff that I did in sports. I took my mental energy and my physical energy to work out, my mental energy to commit to going to practice, to working out, to doing drills by myself in a gym to get better at these things. And then people would come for the one game, see it, and be like, oh, that's great, you're good at this, cool. But what people don't see is all the other times that you failed and you missed and you were by yourself. And that's the point, right? You work on things, you make things a habit, and you do those things, and eventually the results just happen, because you're someone that has these commitments and does these things every day. And I've seen that in my YouTube channel recently, and I've been uploading videos on YouTube for 2 years. All of a sudden in 1 month I get as many subscribers, as many views and hours of watch time as I have the entire 2 years. But it's if I had never made the habits of becoming someone who just puts videos out on YouTube and just keeps doing that and doesn't pay attention to that, but pays attention to the system and the habits that I put in place, eventually that's the results that you see in public just happen. You don't see all of the time building the thing that you see the results of. And that is for sure something, that starts in sports. I did that. I did those things for the first time, going to practice and then having games. It's a mental life lesson taught to me by sports, and I'm thankful for it. You guys, if you can relate to any more lessons you learned from sports, share them in the comments. I'd love to talk about that more. Sports and being active are one of the most important things in my life. Something I'm the most passionate about is using my body to be active. The animal loves it when the animal moves and works out. And playing sports, making games out of moving your body it's a cool thing humans do. It's fun, it's healthy, it's exercise, it's you get to win and beat your friends at stuff. It's great. I love sports. I love watching sports. I love being active. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to check out a free Thrive sticker, we have stickers, we have hoodies. Links are available in the description. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you to John, Ian, Ty, Nick, Ben, Ryan, and Trent for picking up a hoodie. Also thank you to Ashley, Colin, Kyle, Paula, Danny, Sam, Samantha, Jared, Travis, Bridget, Kendrick, Michael, Juddy, Emily, Amaka, Jade, Jess, Trinity, Eric, Jesse, Ellie, Harpreet, Jordan, John, Riley, Dante, Ryan, Elijah, Alec, Olajuwon, Matt, Anna, Eamon, Giovanni, Jackson, Jesus, Hayden. Thank you guys so much.